He was a man of the sea, a sailor from Sausalito, before the yuppies and the tourists changed it all. He sailed and fished along the northern coastline, in trawler, crab boat, schooner, cutter, yawl. He grew up with nothing on the shores of Port Chicago, a town later blown to smithereens. He dreamed he'd be a pirate or desperado. His family barely had a pot of beans. But the sum of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. Stayed close to the things he loved, sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. His only joy was a sloop he found abandoned in a nearby slough where ships were laid to waste. He patched her up and he called his boat the Phantom, and all his free time sailed upon the bay. And Cass at such an early age took on himself the family's fate, sailed outside where the smugglers wait, brought rum through the Golden Gate, He married Muff and he came in from the sea. 2 kids came and 2 more mouths to feed. So he fished for crab on the rocky shore, went out for days for albacore, brought in salmon by the score, from Oregon south to Big Sur, Even Sicilian men would give him praise, though he sold them shark as farallon fillets. The sum of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. His friend Ernie Gann brought him down to Tinseltown. Cass held his own, not seeking fame or crown. He lived the life those actors would pretend. Cass met Duke and made a lifetime friend. He acted in some John Wayne action pics. He played the game for the money and the kicks. But he missed the life he knew and understood, and said goodbye to the stars of Hollywood. Sum of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. The years passed by and the marriage faded down. He met Pretty Mary and he entered the second round. But bureaucrats and bankers nipped his heels. No dredging for marinas, no appeals. He owned the Alden cutter, the lovely oh-ho. So he packed up the family and sailed to Mexico. Oh-ho, oh-ho. He settled in the Baja town La Paz, charter business just outside the laws. Guadalupe and Mamo joined the crew. Life was good, the dream was coming true. Mexico will lure you in, they say, with smiling faces, then you pay and pay. Promises and partnerships fell through. Money lent out, not repaid when due. alone. So they bucked the chop and climbed their way back home. Some of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. Sausalito, gate 3 dropped the hook. They could not believe the way it looked. A change had come in the years they were away. Houseboats and hippies filled the bay. Some youngsters, though, were sailors true and true. Craftsmen using old ways all anew. Cass joined in and cherished this newfound briny tribe. They loved his sea life history, glad he had arrived. But he needed money and he didn't have a plan. A gate 6 mate was working on a scam to take the lovely Yo-ho-ho farther south than Mexico, load her up with herbal freight, and sail her through the Golden Gate. But early rains washed bridges out and roads. No way to carry down the heavy loads. His boat was stuck in Punta Arenas, chances looking más o menos like his dream of striking gold. Just another story told of gringos coming down and landed, only to leave empty-handed. Some of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. Cass got home, both lovely boat and soul, broke and tired and 68 years old. The boat was failing and he felt that he was too, but working hard was the only thing he knew. So he hopped the northbound train along with tramps and worked the Anchorage salmon picking camps. Back in Sausalito, his dog Cody on his tank, he rode his dory daily, gave a wide berth to the bank. Pressure was on the boat and folk for blocking city plans. The mud flats once forgotten were now pricey city lands. His last campaign as captain, he fought to keep alive a seaman's free tradition from Napa Street to Gate 5. But the sum of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by. I fished and sailed with Cass since I was a kid. Every thumb was a marlin spike and every finger a fid. His last years he spent easy in the California sun. Of that mighty group of captains, he remained the only one. Close by were his family, his oldest friends and fans. Gone the Duke, Sterling, Hayden, Harold Summers, and Ernie Gann. The sum of a man is just half the story. The rest adds up to pirate glory. He stayed close to the things he loved, the sea below and the stars above, trying to survive in a world that passed him by.